Tony, it's October, and you know what that means. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we are all in pink here for a packed show of the fame. Former MLB pitcher Jamey Wright is joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to talk Cowboys Patriots with none other than defensive lineman Nick Hayden in the house today.
Let's do this.
It is time to get started.
The fame starts now.
The Fame. Lindsay, Tony, and Dallas's biggest names with all things football, food, fandom, and fun. More than just a game. Welcome to The Fame.
Welcome into the fame, everyone. So glad you are tuning in on this gorgeous Texas night. And if you're joining us from home, thank you so much. You will notice we are all wearing pink because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm Lindsay Draper. Yeah, how about a round of applause for that? I'm Lindsay Draper, joined by my co-host Tony Banks and our special, beautiful guest of the Dallas Cowboys, Kelsey Charles. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's a beautiful night.
It's perfect.
It really is.
We have so much to talk about. So
Yes.
as you guys know, you may have seen Kelsey Charles roaming the sidelines of the Cowboys. You may have seen her on a podcast all around the stadium. So Kels, first of all, we all talk Cowboys here. Tell us what all you do.
Okay, so I do a little bit of everything. I'm a jack of all trades, so hang in there for my long list of a job description. I'm actually in marketing for the Dallas Cowboys, so I host a Talking Cowboys radio show every single day. So tune in on DallasCowboys.com. We talk the Cowboys games. We talk about what's happening in the previous game, what's coming up in the next game. We really do some in-depth research about this team. I also work with 5 Points Blue, which is one of our newest platforms with the Dallas Cowboys. It's really cool. We've really had some great women in this organization who have helped us spearhead this project. It's actually a platform entirely run by Dallas Cowboys women employees, and so it's a little bit of football. We've got some lifestyle pieces in between in the mix too, so it's a little bit of everything, just a really different way of taking in and looking at the sport of football. So that's really been one of my main focuses lately, and I also run training camp.
Run. She puts on the entire training camp in Oxnard, California, out there for 8 weeks.
Yes.
It's intense.
We really do bring, honestly, the entire complex out to Oxnard. It's incredible the process that it takes. I mean, there's so many moving parts. We bring our entire weight room. We have most of our football staff at least is out there. I mean, obviously our whole team's out there too. We don't have just 53 players. We've got 90 guys to take care of too. So it is a process, to say the least. But we have a lot of fun with it. We definitely do.
Well, we like to think we talk football and variety here too, Lindsay, right?
Absolutely we do.
But the hot topic for the Cowboys, obviously, right now, lost a couple games in a row after being in command in the NFC East. So the hot topic is the quarterback position. Any thoughts?
So I've been a really big supporter of Brandon Weeden this whole entire time, because my thought process of the fact of the matter is that he's a backup quarterback. He has veteran experience within the league, and I don't expect him to come in here and just be able to carry the entire team. I think it takes other players stepping up. I think you got to have those skilled players making moves. You know, you can't be hand fighting with a corner. You're trying to get open. You know, Brandon Weeden's not going to be able to throw to you if you're not open for that. And I think that he needs the protection. I think there's a lot of moving parts of it. This last game was a struggle. So it's a lot harder for me to sit there and say, yes, you did a great job. Obviously they brought in Matt Castle and they traded some picks for him, some future picks in the draft. And I think that says something about what they view Matt Castle as potentially being for this franchise and this team in the interim until Romo's able to come back. So, I definitely think when Coach talked about evaluating the quarterback position, I think they're going to do that. And I definitely think you could see a change in that position coming up in the next week or so. I mean, we'll see.
Very easy to see that she is a host of a Cowboy show. Absolutely love this girl. But let's talk about the defense. And before we do that, can I please get a round of applause for defensive tackle Nick Hayden?
The bearded one. I did not know they made a polo shirt that big.
A pink polo shirt, to say the least. I like it.
Hey, thank you.
Love the pink. First of all, Nick, just give us the vibes. What are team vibes coming off that game against the Patriots?
I mean, it's always tough. We've lost 3 in a row now. I mean, it's not fun losing. But we're trying to stay positive. We try to look at the positives. from the season so far. And, good thing we got this bye coming up. Get a lot of guys healthy right now and, get ready to roll again because, I think we can do it. We just, like I've been telling people, we're still in the division. No teams have run away yet, and, we still got a chance. So we're excited for the opportunity and can't wait to go.
Well, over the last couple weeks, the experts, have been beating the defense up last couple weeks. Am I right?
Oh, not us.
I'm just saying maybe, possibly. Now that you got some pieces of the puzzle back, you saw a little pass rush versus the Patriots, especially in the first half. Second half, not so much. Brady's going to do a better job of getting the ball out of his hand. Just along the same lines as what Lindsay was saying, what's the kind of general vibe about the defense? You guys excited about those guys getting back?
Yeah, we're excited. We got 2 key veteran pieces from our defense back. It's McClain and Hardy. They're both Pro Bowl level players that they can play at, and we're excited to have them back. They bring a lot of energy to this team, and it's good.
I think that it's interesting, for me at least, because I've been with the team a couple years. I know you have as well, to see just the shift, especially in the last couple games, about how it's more of a defensive-minded team when you haven't had those guys on the offensive side of things be able to be on the field. So, this last game alone, the defense had 5 sacks. Before that, you only had 6 as an entire defense. So to be able to go out there and really honestly carry the first half of the game, I was personally impressed, and I think it's an exciting aspect to be able to look forward to when you do get the guys like the Romo and the Des Bryant back in there, and to be able to put all those pieces together. I think there's something working here. I think the injuries are obviously hurting people, but I'm not holding out yet.
I agree, totally.
Still early.
How good did it feel to put 5 sacks on Tom Brady? That's never happened to him in one half.
That's incredible.
What? Tom
Brady? That deserves a round of applause.
Definitely.
That really does.
Like I said, Greg Hardy brought that energy, and guys around the team fed off it, and we're just glad that we got some of the pieces we got back, and more guys are still coming back, and we're just excited to get this thing rolling now.
What some people I feel don't realize is chemistry is about what goes on between the lines, right? So no matter what you think about transgressions other guys might have made, once you get in between those lines, you have to trust those guys like family, right? And I think you guys have shown that in this kind of tumultuous time on defense, and especially on that defensive line. Kudos to you guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I think one thing is communication is the biggest part in football. And if you don't have that, like you said, trust, communication, you're not going to be a working defense. And I think, we're working towards that. Have we found it totally yet? No. Right. But I think we're almost there. I think a couple more weeks, like I said, this bye week's going to help. Get a little more practices under our belts with the new guys that came in. And, like I said, I think we're going to be ready to roll, and people are going to see what this defense is about.
We are excited to see it. How about a big round of applause for Kelsey Charles joining us tonight. Thank you so much, Kels.
Thanks for having me.
We're coming back after this break, much more with Nick Hayden, and still to come on the show, our breast cancer survivors. We are very excited to have them. Stay with us.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Bob Lavelle for Home Marketing Services, here today to discuss the New Year's resolutions that we've all made. Let's see, there's going to quit smoking. Yeah, like that'll happen. Going to lose those extra pounds, work out. Yeah. Going to be a better person. Whatever the heck that means. Going to quit renting and stop making the landlord richer. Get out of the rent race. Finally, a resolution we can all keep.
Welcome back, everyone, into the Fame. So glad you are joining us. Gorgeous night at the Rustic. We are all wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. I'm Lindsay Draper, joined by Tony Banks and Nick Hayden. And Nick, let's talk bye week plans. You have a little mini vacation. What are you doing for the bye week?
Going back to my home state, Wisconsin.
Oh, really? I had no idea by the accent. So what are you doing in Wisconsin?
I got a wedding. So I'm standing up in a wedding. I'm a best man in a wedding Friday. And then Saturday, I'm just going to hang out with some old friends that I haven't seen and just hang out and have a good time. I'm building a house back in Wisconsin right now, so that's all getting done. We're going to pick the plot out, and they're going to start digging digging right after we make the choice where we want to put the house, and busy weekend.
That's exciting and also stressful. I've built a home before, and you got the new baby, right? Yes. So got to build some space for the new child.
A little space, yeah. It's been a little stressful, but not yet. I think when we start having to decide on which countertop and which faucet looks best, I think that's when the stressful time
I imagine
will come.
you're going to have a big say in that stuff.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I'll try to put my 2 cents in, but I don't think it'll work.
Okay, we have a list of randomness questions for you, Nick. Are you ready for these? Rapid fire? Okay, well, this one's serious. So in the spirit of woman power on this episode, tell us about an influential woman in your life.
Oh, definitely my mom. That's an easy one. She was a lot tougher than my dad when I was younger on me, so she was more the athletic one than my dad was. So she had a big influence on me through sports, always pushing me. If I had a bad game, she'd be the first one to tell me.
Love that.
So that's kind of hard to hear from your own mom, but she's been awesome. I mean, she's been there supporting me from a young age until now. So, a lot of credit goes to her for all the success I've had. So it's been great.
So who throws the better spiral, mom or dad?
Oh, definitely my mom.
Oh, shots fired.
We play some beach volleyball in the summer, and you could tell my mom's a better athlete.
It's pretty obvious.
Oh, yeah, it's real obvious.
Well, that's sweet. Let's go with, what's the most meaningful moment you've shared with a coach while you've been playing football? That's a tough
the sweet,
one.
tender moment with your coach.
That is a tough one.
You're on the spot right now.
I don't know if there's sweet, tender moments between coaches and player ever. So
especially on the defensive line, huh?
it's usually a lot of
maybe in the quarterback room,
a lot of butt chewing. So it's hard. That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to pass that one. It is a lot of butt chewing. I'm not gonna lie.
If your this one will be fun. If your contract wasn't in dollar currency, how would you like to be paid?
Ooh,
restaurant coupons, Groupons.
Yeah, if it was
20-inch wheels on your ride. What?
Honestly, I'd like to get paid probably in pizza, because pizza's easily the best food.
What kind is my question?
I like the works. I like everything on
Everything.
it. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, we are so glad that you came to join us again tonight, Nick. One more round of applause for defensive tackle
With the works.
Nick Hayden.
Thank
you so much for joining us. We have much more to come on the show. It's time for October baseball, so who better to join us than former MLB pitcher Jamey Wright? And on the other side of the break, it's Beer 101. Stay with us.
America's favorite vacation company is flying nonstop from Dallas-Fort Worth. Save hundreds with Apple Vacations to Mexico and the Caribbean. Secrets Resorts and Spas offer unlimited luxury for adults-only escapes. Airfare, hotel, premium brand drinks, gourmet meals, all tips, and more. Call your travel agent or visit us online today. Apple Vacations, America's favorite vacation company.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
My favorite segment, Beer 101, with Benny Keith representative, Miss Tara Dollar. You always bring us such interesting beers and pairings. What do you have for us today?
So today we're going to check out Deep Ellum Pale Ale. We've had Deep Ellum IPA on the show before, but today we're going to try the Pale Ale. It's kind of in between the blonde and the IPA. It's a great lighter style beer for people who are interested in hops, but maybe not ready for the full shebang. So this Pale Ale is actually made with oatmeal, which is very interesting for the style. It's going to give it a really nice full body, and the citrusiness of the hops is going to pair amazingly well with our quinoa burger. It's got minted tomato, it's got tzatziki sauce, so the flavors of these hops are going to pair beautifully with that. And the aroma, you should check out the aroma on this. It's so fruity, pine. It's great.
Yummy. I like it, crisp. The rustic, not known just for the rustic burger with the short ribs, but also the quinoa veggie burger. Tara Dollar, thank you for that.
My pleasure.
here on The Fame, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here at the Rustic. And if you're tuning in from home, so glad you are with us. It is October, and that is the perfect time to get into Major League Baseball. If you're not a regular fan already,
well, if
let's
you're
go
still
Rangers.
playing this time of year.
Right.
If you're still playing this time of year.
Well, it is the perfect time to bring out a Ranger. I hear a few cheers in the crowd. Please give it up. Put your hands together for former Major League pitcher Jamey Wright.
The heroes welcome.
Woo, woo. Hot mic.
Perfect. Welcome to the show. I love your pink, first of all. Thanks for joining in on breast cancer awareness.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for making my pink look less pink.
What this
Appreciate
old thing?
That. Appreciate that.
Jeez.
So let's talk baseball. You played for a few years, haven't you?
Played for a while. Played for 23 professional years, 19 big league seasons.
So could you even encompass every team quickly for us? Just hit them off.
I can hit them all. Colorado, Milwaukee, St. Louis, Kansas City. Let's see, Texas, San Francisco, Seattle, Tampa, Los Angeles Dodgers, Cleveland Indians. Is that 10?
Yes, we'll go with yes.
Yeah, we'll go with yes.
Your favorite ballpark to play in? I have to ask.
Favorite ballpark is the old ballparks, Wrigley Field, Boston.
Those are the two I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Well, you were drafted in 1993. Little known fact, I was drafted in baseball in 1991. But tell us, over that long haul, that long career, we saw your beautiful family here today. What's your most memorable moment?
Most memorable moment is probably still the first time I stepped onto a big league field, my major league debut. I remember it like it was yesterday in San Francisco, old Candlestick Stadium.
Nice.
Wednesday night baseball, Chris Berman. It was July 3rd.
Back.
Yeah, it was. I'll never forget the adrenaline was, just let me get out there. Let me go out there and throw as hard as I can, and that's what I did.
Well, what are your thoughts about this year's Rangers? Obviously, it's a pretty exciting time for us Cowboy and Ranger fans.
I tell you what, Rangers fans have a lot to be proud of right now because what they've managed to do this year without having Yu Darvish and, piecing together their pitching staff. Mike Maddox deserves some kind of award, and Mr. Bannister the same because they've got a lot to be proud of. They've already won 2 games in Toronto, so we know they can go back there and do that. That should be easy for them.
True.
You spent time with the Rangers. Tell us about who is maybe your favorite person on the team to be around.
My favorite person on the team to be around this year's team or back when I was Michael Young. Michael Young's still my favorite. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Do you guys keep in touch?
We do. He makes me laugh. He's one of my favorite teammates I've ever had.
I've heard that from a few guys, that he was a great teammate. And that's really what you remember after you're done playing. Now you're just fresh. You just recently thinking about maybe retiring. But when you've retired for a little while, like some of us, all you have is your memories and your stories and your teammates. Is that kind of where you're at right now?
I've thinking about a lot of things. Thinking about how I've got 3 kids and I don't get to watch as much football or baseball as I would like to because we're so busy with them. But the ride, the friendships is the most important thing. And playing for 10 different teams, I've got, very blessed to say I've got more friends than most, and that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
My last question for you: toughest hitter you ever faced?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Had to be a lefty, huh? Since you're right-handed.
They were all really tough for me. it's when you're mediocre, they're all very hard. Barry Bonds was amazing. He was amazing. Pujols was pretty good. Michael Young was very easy. I don't know why. I think he was laughing when he was in the box and he was hitting against me. Something about Barry Bonds. He was, and I actually did pretty well against him, but he was getting to watch him even when I wasn't pitching. It was something amazing.
Jamey, thank you so much for joining us. Put your hands together. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Jamey. Don't go anywhere. We are getting into breast cancer awareness and lots of great stories right around the break.
Introducing our 2015 NFL lineup. Get your favorite team's Bud Light can for game day.
Bob Lavelle here for HMS with frequently asked questions. Joe asked, Bob, your clients seem so happy with their experience at HMS. Is it because of the great home deals they get or great customer service? Joe, meet our customer service department.
Well, it's time to stop waiting. It's time you move on out. HMS can get it done. We're number
And we are back here on The Fame, and we truly saved the best for last tonight. Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we are all in pink, and we are so proud to say tonight on The Fame that we have 2 survivors joining us on stage. How about a huge round of applause for these ladies, Heather Owens and Ashley Hutchison. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, ladies. We know your stories are incredible, but we want the world to know. So tell us your stories very quickly about the journey of beating cancer. Heather, you want to start?
I was diagnosed at 28, 3 years ago, and I found a lump, got breast cancer, went through 6 months of chemo and a double mastectomy. And I'm
you
good.
beat it.
I'm
And
all
you are good.
I'm 3 years clean.
Okay. Fabulous.
I was diagnosed at 36 2 years ago. Heather and I have a similar story. We were diagnosed with the same type of breast cancer and went through radiation, surgery, chemotherapy, and finished actually this past June. And I'm in remission.
Now, Ashley, starting with you, what point did you feel like you had the inner strength to be able to deal with this issue and be able to overcome it? Was there a moment, or was it a string of moments?
I would say, honestly, the support around you, it's very overwhelming. The people, your friends, your family, strangers. I mean, that's how I met Heather, through cancer.
We have the same doctor, and so my doctor called me and was like, there's this girl struggling, like she doesn't want to go like through treatment, and she gave me Ashley's number, and I called Ashley.
Right. Our first conversation was a 2-hour conversation. But yeah, so, you know, a side effect of cancer is depression, and you just kind of drag your feet. You don't know what to do. And everyone, and the pity and feeling sorry for yourself, but everyone around you that is so strong for you, it's hard to be down and to feel sorry for yourself. So, I mean, that would be it for me.
And Heather, I want to talk about, you have a blog called Fighting Fancy that your husband helped start to really document your journey as you were fighting cancer. And that thing has taken off. Can you tell us now, not only it led you two together to be friends, but what all the blog has done and what's come of it?
Well, the blog, my nieces and nephews call me Aunt Fancy. So the blog was supposed to be for like everybody to see kind of like where I was, like when I'm out of surgery, all that stuff. So then I just started like giving these gift bags to other women.
And we have one of these gift bags. How many bags have you now distributed across the United States?
I mean, probably 600, but I've gone to 5 countries.
5 countries, and these bags, you can tell us all about them, but I'm going to pull it out and show those at home what all you put with your own hands into these bags.
There's all stuff like beauty products, and then, so there's like 2 aspects, fighting and fancy. So the fighting is like stuff that's like stuff for dry mouth and like hot flashes, getting tan, stuff to grow your hair back. And then the fancy is like the shirt, there's a necklace, there's a bracelet, there's lots of makeup. Everything's donated. So, and they're like about, there's like $300 worth of stuff in there.
So, aside from that, it gets even better. You started Rock the Runway in Arkansas, where you both live. And the ladies who model the clothes are either cancer survivors or fighting cancer. And Ashley, you had the chance to walk in her show.
Twice
now.
She made cancer somewhat glamorous not long after I was diagnosed. So that really helped cheer me up. And
yeah, we've had it for 3 years, and all local stores participate. And this year a designer from Italy came, and then so every store they have models, but then the last person is a survivor. And I've made Ashley do it twice. This year I made her wear lingerie.
Yes, she didn't tell me I was wearing lingerie until I got there, so I didn't have time to back out.
She was fine.
She's blushing.
Very strategic.
She's blushing.
So you ladies really, through that, how cool is it to see everyone who is empowered by the fashion show? Who all does that attract around to Little Rock?
It's way more than Little. Everyone comes. Not trying to say like that, but it's sold out.
No, they
every
come.
year.
Everyone
It's
comes.
the event in town.
But it's like
amazing.
in the cancer community, or when people are like Hollywood's small, it's a small town, even though it's big.
Right.
Once you're young and you have cancer, everybody knows each other. So, we all know each other, or there's people here. We were just talking to someone who we know of each other because of Fighting Fancy, or there's someone in New York. So it's just it's everyone knows. That person that came from Italy, that's a designer. His cousin got a bag.
Just that she brings all these women with cancer together to share their story with each other, and just to have that support and meet other people who've gone through what you've gone through is amazing in itself.
And Heather, you guys talked about that phone conversation that you had with Ashley, shortly after you were diagnosed, and that friendship you guys forged. Are there a lot of common stories like that between you guys? Have you guys forged a lot of friendships that way?
Because I didn't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah.
My friends can talk to me about other stuff, but nothing to relate to. So I still write a letter to every single person I send a bag to.
Nice.
I give them my phone number, all that stuff. So it's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
For me, it helped me get through it.
Showing love, definitely.
And just wanted to throw this out there, Ashley, former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Am I right?
Yes.
Good times?
2000 through 2002.
Wonderful. I knew everyone out there would love that. Ladies, thank you so much for everything and just empowering others, and for joining us on the show tonight. Big round of applause for these ladies once again. Congratulations on everything. That is all the time we have tonight. We hope you enjoyed our jam-packed show. Come join us on Monday nights at the Rustic for the live taping, and Saturday mornings at 8:30 a.m. on your TV on TXA 21. For everyone on the show, thanks for tuning in. Richmond Punch, our musical guest, is next.